Hello guys, welcome back to another Android Studio tutorial. Today we are going to learn about how to create a navigation drawer using a recycler view. So here is the final application. So here is a navigation drawer that contains a recycler view, and the recycler view displays some news categories. So now we are going to create an Android application similar to this one. So start a new project in Android Studio. So the first thing, we need to add the news categories into the project. We have to add this list of items. So go to the project, open up the resource file, open up the values folder, open strings.xml, and here I am going to add a string array, and here the array name is topics. Okay, close the file. Now we need to add some dependencies for the project. So open up the Gradle script file, and here we need to add the dependencies for recycler view. So I copy this statement, paste it here, and change this one into recycler view. Now perform a sync operation. Okay, now the sync operations finishes. Now close this file. So now I am going to disable the default action bar of this application. So open a resource folder, open values folder, and open styles.xml. And here I am going to modify the current theme of this application. Here I am going to hide the current action bar by using a no action bar theme. So now we hide the action bar. So instead of action bar, here I am going to add a toolbar. So we have to create a separate layout file for toolbar. So create a separate layout file and name it as toolbar layout, and specify the root element as toolbar. Click OK. Okay, now the layout is created. Open up the layout file. Okay, now change the layout height into wrap content. Okay, now specify a background. Specify the background as color primary dark. Now specify Android minimum height. Specify the minimum height as action bar size. Specify the minimum height as action bar size. Okay. Now specify fits system windows into true. Now specify an ID for this toolbar. Name the ID as toolbar. And finally we need to add a theme for the toolbar. So we need an additional XML namespace. So copy this namespace and paste it here, and change the name of the namespace into app. And here we need to change this one into resource auto. And by using the newly created namespace, we can apply some theme for the toolbar. So apply a theme for the toolbar at style theme overlay dot app compact dot dark action bar. Okay, so now the layout file for the toolbar is ready. Now go to activity main.xml. So I remove the margins from this layout. Now we need to change the root element into drawer layout. Here we need some navigation drawer, so we have to change the root element into drawer layout. now I delete this text view. So here I'm going to create a new linear layout. This is the first child of this layout. So the first child will contain the main contents of this activity. Specify the layout width as match parent. Now specify the layout height into match parent. Okay. Now we need to include the action bar here. So add an include attribute. Now specify the layout width. Specify the width as match parent. Now specify the height. Include layout height into wrap content. Wrap content. Now specify the layout for the toolbar. Specify the layout. The layout is available inside the layout folder and the file name is toolbar layout. So now here we include the action bar. Now go to main activity. So here first thing we need to create some variable for toolbar. So create a variable for toolbar and name it as toolbar. Now initialize this variable. So toolbar equal to find it. First typecast this one into toolbar. Now find it. Find view by id. Find view by id r.id.toolbar. Now set the toolbar as the supported action bar. So set support action bar and pass the toolbar object. Okay, now we set a toolbar for the application. So now we need to create a separate layout file for each row of this recycler view. So we have to create another layout file. So create a new layout resource file and name it as raw layout and click OK. So first change the layout height. I change the layout height into 70 dp. Now here we need to add some background for this layout. So I change the background into a black one. So add the color code for black. So now we need to add a text view to display the item. So here I add a text view with IDTX item, and here you can see the preview. Okay, now the raw layout is ready. Now close this file. Now go to activity main.xml. Now we need to create the layout for the navigation drawer. So create another linear layout. So the second child will represent the content for the navigation drawer. So I add a new linear layout here. Now specify the layout width and height for the linear layout. Specify the width as match parent. Now specify height and throw it height into match parent. Okay. Now here we have to specify. Okay, here I change the width into 270 dp. That is needed. That is enough for the navigation drawer. Okay. So now here we need to add a recycler view. So add a new recycler view. Now specify the layout height and width. Specify the width as match parent. Specify height as height also match parent. Now specify some ID and throw it ID. Name it as a recycler view. I name it as a recycler view. Okay, now we need to specify some layout gravity. So here we need the navigation drawer from left side. So we have to specify the layout gravity in the start. And here there is some mistake. It is not shown outside. Sorry, we have to specify the layout gravity for the exact second child element. So here now I specify the layout gravity for the linear layout, and here you can see that now the navigation layout is outside of this preview screen. Okay, now we need to create a separate class file for the recycler adapter. So create a new Java class and with the name recycler adapter, click OK, and we have to extends RecyclerView.adapter. Okay, and now we need to implement some methods. You need to implement these three methods. Okay, now here I'm going to add the view holder class. So create the view holder class, public static class recycler view holder. Name it as recycler view holder. Extends recycler view dot view holder. Okay, and here for this class we need to add some constructor. So add a constructor public recycler view holder, and we have to pass some argument for the constructor. It's an object of view class, and you need to call the super keyword and pass the view argument. Okay, now here we need to add some generics. It is an object of recycler view holder, and for this method we need to change the return type. The return type is an object of recycler view holder, and for this method here the first argument is an object of recycler view holder. Okay, now we have to declare some array list. Declare an array list that handles some string values and name it as array list, and initialize that variable here, new array list. Okay, now from the getCount method, here we have to return how many number of rows are available, how many elements available in the array list. So return array list dot size. Now here we need to declare some text views. Declare a text view, name it as text view, and from the constructor we have to initialize that to text view. So text view equal to find it, first typecast it into text view. Now find it using the view argument, view dot find view by id, r dot id dot, the item is tx item. Okay, here there is some mistake. Okay, we have to place the statement after the super statement, super keyword. Okay, so now go to the recycler. We have to make some changes inside this method. On create view holder, create some variables for view class. Now layout inflator dot from parent dot get context dot inflate. So here we have to inflate the raw layout. So r dot layout dot, the layout file name is raw layout, inflate that one, raw layout. Now the second argument is parent, and final one is a boolean false. Okay, now we need to create an object of the recycler view holder class. So create some object for the recycler view holder. And for the constructor of this class, we have to pass the object of view class. So pass the view object, and finally return the object of recycler view holder. So return the object. Okay, now go to the onBind view holder method. So by using this recycler view holder argument, we can initialize the text view. So text view dot set text and get the string from the array list. So array list dot get and pass the position. Okay. Now we need to initialize this array list. So we have to create some constructor for this class. So create a constructor, a recycler adapter, and for this constructor there is an array list argument. So create an argument is an array list that handle string. Now initialize the array list variable. So this dot array list equal to array list equal to array list. Okay, now we finish coding inside the recycler adapter. Close this file. Now go to main activity.java. Here we need to declare some variables. First we have to declare some variables for RecyclerView. So RecyclerView, name it as RecyclerView. Now we need to declare some variables for drawer layout. So for this, here we add a drawer layout, but there is no ID for the drawer layout. So we have to add an ID for the drawer layout. So add an ID, name it as drawer layout, and drawer layout. Okay, go to main activity. Now here create some variables for drawer layout. I name it as drawer layout. Now create adapter for RecyclerView, name it as adapter. Now we need some layout manager for the RecyclerView. So layout manager, and I name it as layout manager. Now we need an array list. Declare an array list. And that handles string values. Name it as array list. And initialize that array list here, new array list. Okay. So first thing we need to initialize the RecyclerView. So RecyclerView is equal to, and find it. First typecast that one into RecyclerView. Now find it. Find the view by ID and r.id dot RecyclerView. Now initialize the layout manager. Layout manager equal to new linear layout manager and pass context. This as context. Now set layout manager for the RecyclerView, and here that variable is layout manager. Now we have to initialize the drawer layout. So drawer layout equal to, first typecast that one into drawer layout. Now find it. Find the view by ID, r.id dot drawer layout. Now set has fixed size into true. This will improve the performance of the RecyclerView. Okay. Now we have to initialize the array list. Before we need to declare some string arrays. I name it as items. start a for each loop. Before we need to initialize this string array item, so here I'm going to initialize that one, get resources dot get string array, and the array name is r.array.topics. Okay, now here I'm going to initialize the array list. So start the loop using the declare a variable called items. Now start the loop using this array, using this string array called items. Now we have to add each of these string value into the array list. So array list dot add and pass these variable items. Sorry, it is not items, it is capital I, items, that is the string variable. Okay, now we can initialize the adapter for the recycler view. So adapter equal to new recycler adapter and pass the array list. Finally, we can set adapter for the recycler view. So recycler view dot set adapter and pass the adapter variable. Okay, so now we need to add some drawer toggle for the recycler view, for the navigation drawer. So we have to add some action bar drawer toggle variable. So create some variables for action bar drawer toggle. I name it as drawer toggle, and now we can initialize that variable. So drawer toggle equal to, so before going to initialize that variables, we need to add some string resources. So go to the strings.xml, and here we need to add two string resources. So I copy this statement, add a new string resource, and I name it as drawer open, and specify the value as drawer open. Now add another string resource with name, drawer close, and specify the value as drawer close. Okay, now close this strings.xml. Now we can initialize that drawer. That drawer toggle. That variable name is drawer toggle. So we can initialize that one, drawer toggle equal to new action bar drawer toggle. First pass the context. Second one is the drawer layout. Third one is the toolbar. Now the two string resources are string dot drawer open, string dot drawer open. Now the second string resource are string dot drawer close. Okay, now we need to synchronize the state of the drawer toggler. So we have to set some drawer listener for the drawer layout. So drawer layout dot set drawer listener and pass the drawer toggle. Now we can synchronize the drawer toggle. So we need to override another method called onPost create method. Override this method called onPost create. Now we can synchronize the drawer toggler. So drawer toggle dot and the method name is sync_state. Okay, now we finish the coding. Now we can test the application. Now run it. Select a virtual device. Click OK. Open the virtual device. Okay, now the application available on this virtual device. Now I opened the navigation drawer, and here is the recycler view with news items. So this is how we create a navigation drawer using a recycler view. I hope you understand the concepts. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.